Have you ever gone towards the exploration place here in Clayton Memorial Park and wondered, what the heck's up with that schoolhouse? Like, where did that come from? Why is it here? Who went there? Going to answer some of those questions today as we take a stop along the northern route at the exploration place. Fun fact, a pretty well-known Prince George resident, Granny Seymour. She went there. Yes, going to have all of that and so much more on CKPG today. Look at that. That is an old schoolhouse. Crazy the history here, the train station, the schoolhouse. Our first stop along the northern route. And I'd encourage you to take all the stops as well because we're going to learn a lot together. This is at the exploration place today. Lots of history to talk about with a cool guy who's going to talk to us about this schoolhouse was actually used in 1910. That's a long time ago. Let's go learn about it. You can imagine the types of faces that sat in the seats like this here in the schoolhouse. Chad, did you go to school here? I know you're pretty old, so.
Oh, I'm not this old, Caden.
Well, tell me a little bit about where we're standing today. This building on the edge of Clay Memorial Park here in Prince George has quite the history.
Quite the history indeed. It was the first schoolhouse, one-room schoolhouse from kindergarten to grade 8, all in this room.
Wow.
And it operated from 1910 to 1913.
1910 to 1913. Okay, things were probably a little different back then.
A little bit different, yeah. They learned cursive then.
Cursive?
Yeah, oh yeah.
This is a foreign language.
No, not cursing.
Okay.
Cursive.
Well, of course, it had to be probably, there's lots of curtsying.
Yes, of course.
Back then. So this is a little post-Barkerville. People are trying to picture the time on a that kind of linear way. But this, so it was moved here to where it stands today. Before it was in a different spot?
Yeah, before it was down on Fappage, and at the time it was 4th Avenue, but now we know it as Queensway.
Okay, and now you did a little cursive.
I did a little cursive for you.
Okay.
I had to practice, you know.
This was part of the vibe, though, like some of the lessons taught?
Of course, things like reading, writing, and arithmetic.
Just like my grandma says.
Exactly. Back to the basics.
Back to the basics. So this schoolhouse here at the Exploration Place, now you guys use it for educational purposes, showing off a little bit of what school used to be like.
Yeah, exactly. We use it for programming to see how things were like for kids in the past. And of course, it was a very disciplinarian past as well. Kids were to be seen and not heard.
Yeah, a little different than how things are now.
A little bit different, yes.
But the other thing I was going to talk about, as far as people that were in the building here, there's an interesting list of some alumni.
Oh yeah, notable among them is Granny Seymour's daughter, Minnie Seymour, who later married Captain Brown from the BX Sternwheeler.
Wow, okay, and this is a pretty monumental figure in Prince George history.
100%.
One of the bigger names.
100%, yeah.
Okay.
So do you remember your cursive?
A little bit. Maybe you might have to lead me along.
Okay, so let's go.
No. Yeah, there's the R. Okay, I remember that. Different than like calligraphy, like it's not. Huh. And they stopped teaching this in school. I don't know why. It looks nice.
Stop teaching it because of me. I'm sure I would have gotten the strap for that one.
No, I was going to say, you're not going to give me the strap.
No. I'm not quite the disciplinarian that
take this away from Chad.
Mrs. Campbell was.
Mrs. Campbell, was she one of the teachers?
She was the teacher, the first teacher. Well, the first official teacher. They didn't have a teacher the first. Oh, you're not doing that bad. I like your O actually better than mine.
Northern. I
spelled it wrong.
Gotcha! I gotta finish it here correctly. I don't know how to do the R. That was one of the things I struggled with in school. I did learn cursive, but Roots.
See, even though I learned cursive, I'm still a product of word processing. I get that little red squiggly under exactly.
You get the strap today.
I get the strap today.
So people are wondering, they come and visit Northern Roots here, Exploration Place is one of the stops. They get to meet fun Chad that we get to deal with all the time.
Yes.
Hopefully?
Yes,
yeah?
yes,
Unless
yes, 100%.
We're not going to give you the strap back.
Oh, well, thank you, thank
be
you.
around to greet people.
Yes.
And this schoolhouse, you guys plan to have it open a little bit during the summer?
Oh yeah, we plan to have it open a lot more during the summer. People love peeking in here, and it's just a great time to come in, sit down in the desks, see what life was like, right, and walk around. It's living history, right?
Living history. It's a special part of the Exploration Place here, and a special part of Northern Roots as well. I think I'll got to get my stamp, and then we'll move on to the next Northern Roots. Thanks so much, Chad. Today, actually, before this, why don't you stand there? And well, part of the Northern Roots, I've been carrying around this camera, so I feel like there we go. We got the shot. I'm gonna print it out here, and we'll have Chad's mess up in our history forever.
Oh, forever. I will never live this down. Really, I do know how to spell. It's okay.
No, Chad. I'm starting to doubt you. Thanks so much.
Thanks, David.
Custom is the key word here at the Coast Prince George Hotel by APA because they can make something just like this. And in fact, this is what we're going to show you how to make today, a shrimp avocado salad. It's so good you'll have you saying, yes, chef. But yeah, we're going to take you behind the scenes here in the Coast Prince George Hotel by APA's kitchen and take you along for the ride here on another great feature here in Prince George. Inside the kitchen here now with Chef Asa, and today you got a pretty cool meal you're going to prepare for us, aren't you?
Yeah, thank you for coming. We got shrimp avocado salad.
Okay.
I did some prep already, but I can go through everything with you.
Perfect. So this is like a spring dish or a summer dish, I guess, here at the coast, and one of the fun ones to make.
It is actually. We're thinking about something like fresh. Summer is around the corner, so this is, I think, the best choice.
Perfect. First things first.
Yeah.
Got to find the good avocado.
Oh yeah, I tried my best.
Just like all of us at the grocery store.
Okay, so we go shrimp in.
All right. I always wondered how to properly season shrimp, so this is going to be a good learning experience for me.
Yeah, I would say like it depends what it's going with. If it's like salad, it doesn't need too much seasoning, but if it's pasta or like a meal, then you need a lot of seasoning,
Right.
I would say. So we just add this in there.
Perfect. I'm excited. This is going to be a very colorful dish.
And then here's my cocktail sauce. It's basically mayo, ketchup, Tabasco, and cayenne pepper, lemon juice, and a little bit of garlic.
Okay.
So put that in there.
Perfect.
Mix this in.
Perfect. Okay, so this is how we're looking so far for the camera to see here. What's going on? You can see the colors are really going to come out in this. I'm excited.
Okay, we'll season it in a sec here.
Hot temperatures and shrimp salad.
We're gonna add some parsley.
Parsley, okay.
This is a salt and pepper mix,
Okay,
just a little bit.
just a little bit.
And I would like to add a little bit of tarragon too, just for the flavor.
Okay.
For me, I like to peel avocados like this, then I save the shape of them. If I do it with the spoon,
Yeah, then you kind of mush
because
them
you
up.
will understand why I'm doing this right
Okay.
now in the end.
Okay, I like a little foreshadowing. Are you going to sculpt my face in those?
I'll make maybe a heart for you
A
guys.
heart. Okay, I'll take it.
Okay.
No one likes to see my face that much anyway.
Take the spurt of this, and then I need to slice it as thin as I can.
As thin as you can.
Yep.
Okay. Laser sharp focus. Oh my God, Asa. Come on.
Okay, this part is done now. And I need to put it in there. So I'll go like this.
Oh. I'm
Here.
excited. See, this is when they say food is art.
It is. When you got the right tool, right mindset,
Yeah. Do you dream of making these designs? Or no?
dream of making. I'm making them. Why should I dream? Okay.
Look at that. Come on. Could you
much
make anything so perfect? Oh my God.
All right, and then we're gonna stuff this in
Okay.
without missing anything, right?
Don't mess it up. No, yet. Look at this. It's just a piece of what you can get here. The Coast Prince George Hotel by Appa. Chef, if someone wanted to order this,
I'm sorry?
if someone wanted to order this,
Oh, yeah, happy
they can
to,
do it.
Yeah, happy to make it for them, man.
I like it.
Anytime.
Oh, and this is the, okay, you're not done yet.
No, it's on the process. All right, it's gonna go here.
Just when you think it's done, it keeps getting better.
All right.
I almost forgot about those things in the ice there.
When you cut them, put them in an ice, they curl like this.
Okay, that's what
the
it does.
purpose, Yeah.
Oh, okay. I wondered why they were nice.
Yeah, so they curl. Because you know, most of the vegetables, they have the plastic side on the outside.
Yeah.
And when you cut that, put it in the water, they just curl.
Okay. It's like when you and I have an ice bath. You just
Wait,
you want to curl.
All right, I think that's it for you guys. And I got enough.
Oh yeah, asparagus.
Asparagus too. Let's just put asparagus this side, I think. All right.
It's funny. There's like a salad and a whole other salad.
Yeah, a garnish.
Oh, the purple sauce. Okay, I've been wondering what this mythical purple sauce is about.
This is beetroot. And
Okay.
I season it with salt and pepper, add some lemon juice and olive oil to
Okay.
it to make it shiny. And this is just gonna go in here.
Oh yeah.
That's it, boys.
Look at that. Come on, get a taste of this. That doesn't make you want to eat. I don't know what does. Thank you, Chef.
Thank
Appreciate
you
it.
very much, man.
You know how every great cooking feature ends? The bite. Everybody knows the rules, right? Come on. Coast Prince George Hotel by Appa. You can taste the passion and the care in all this. Vegetables, shrimp, tastes like summer. And tastes like success. And you can have it too here at the Coast Prince George Hotel by Appa. All you gotta do, reach out. Custom is the word. You want it, we could probably make it for you.
Refresh at the Coast, your go-to hotel for over 60 years. Coast Hotel Prince George by Appa, refreshingly local for your stay and play.
From the home of the Wrangler, we have horse number 2 on day number 2 of the Hobby Horse Hoedown here. You're meeting the 100-mile horse with the jockey. Who do we have here?
I'm going to go with the same jockey name that my wife has in my contacts for her, the Bald Prince. That's what she has me listed as her contacts. It's not flattering. So, yes, riding. Easy, easy there.
Whoa, boy.
Easy there, buddy. Easy, easy.
You know, I was going to say here, the Bald Prince, I feel like you are actually jockey-sized for this competition.
Oh, that's just one other advantage that I have over everybody else besides having the thundering, fastest, strongest horse around.
From the home of the 100-mile Wranglers, we have the 100-mile horse. Head online and see if you can pick the winning horse in the Hobby Horse Hoedown, and you could get to see Winona Judd and Johnny Reed at the Energetic County Fair this July. Head online and submit your vote before it's too late. Yeehaw! Miss an episode? That's okay, life gets busy. We get it. Or maybe you didn't miss anything, but you're here to watch that one feature again because honestly, it was that good. No judgment. Here's the good news. You can relive every moment of the CKPG Today Show whenever you want. Head over to ckpgtoday.ca, click on the Today Show tab, and voila. So grab some snacks, kick back, and binge away because let's face it, life's too short to miss out on great local TV. Big anniversary happening this week in Prince George, and Reverend Dr. Bob, where do you want to take it away here? Because this is a big number. I don't count that high, but it's over 100?
It's over 100 by the time you count from when we first showed up in this part of Clyde territory, or Fort George at the time. But yeah, it's the 100th anniversary of the United Church of Canada on June 10 this year, celebrating 100 years since the formation of the denomination in 1925. So 3 denominations decide we're better off together, and they kind of make that official on June 10, 1925 in the old Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
Really?
We have pictures of Maple Leaf Gardens filled with people for that very first service of church union.
Wow. Well, people say hockey is a religion, so I guess it's only fitting then.
See, it works, right? I mean, the Leafs are still a bit of a letdown. Hopefully the denomination wasn't, or at least not to the same extent. But yeah, so it's a unique, like I said, uniquely Canadian thing. Our denomination was brought together and formed actually by an act of Parliament.
Oh, cool.
It's one of the quirky, unique things about us. So when we want to make some like really big changes to how we function, we actually have to go back to Parliament.
Oh my goodness.
And ask permission, and it has to go through multiple readings, and there's subcommittees.
There's a queen involved somewhere, a king.
There's some monarchy somewhere that has to say yes. Yeah, it's a big deal, but uniquely Canadian.
Okay, and the other part I wanted to celebrate too here, because I was talking to you about this. I didn't realize how old the Knox is downtown Prince George as well. It's been around for a while, longer than this.
Longer than the denomination has been around. So we kind of go back to 1910 for the first kind of thing that evolves into what we now have as the Knox Performance Center and Trinity United. It goes back to 1910. The story that I've read that kind of documented was that it started off as a canvas tent.
Okay, just like all great things start.
Like all great things, especially in a frontier community, right?
Yes.
Back in the day. And the front half was used for 2 things. A soup kitchen during the day, and kind of Bible study or worship in the evening. And the back half of the tent was where the pastor stayed.
Interesting.
And then eventually there was a little house built, and eventually the first church, and so on and so on. And then in the 1920s, we kind of find our home there on the corner of 5th and Brunswick. And we've been there ever since.
Ever since. And now there's some old things within the Knox that have been around for, have they been around as long as that building?
They've been all around almost as long as the current buildings. Right, whether it's the original church right there on the corner, or what we can now call the new church, in the sense that it's newer, but the Knox Performance Center, that part of the building. So yeah, we've got a portable pump organ that was used to kind of go around to do services different places. You literally pack it up and throw it on the back of a mule, and away you go.
On a mule,
Not throw it in the back of the car, right?
No.
Wrong generation.
The mule.
On the back of the mule. We've still have some of the original pews that were there. We have the original pulpit from the original church, and some other pieces of stuff we use during worship. So we've still got a lot of history there.
A lot of history. Now, you feel like, in terms of significance on this side of the Rockies, this is going to be one of the older buildings around right?
Yeah, it's certainly one of the older buildings and one of the older congregations, kind of once you get to this side of the Rockies, just the way that things unfolded in Canada.
Of course.
Certainly if you come north of the Trans-Canada or north of Kamloops, absolutely. One of the older Protestant or Christian denominations and buildings around. So on Sunday, 10 a.m., June 8th, we're celebrating 100 years, cake, music, be a good time, and
Awesome. Well, thanks for your time to talk with us today. 100 years is not to be understated. If I live 100 years, boy, I don't know. I mean, I might be surprised, so.
I would be personally shocked if I did. So there you go. But you never know. You never know, right?
Awesome. Thanks for your time today, Bob.
Oh, you're most welcome.
Taking a look outside at our CKPG snapshot, somebody had a keen eye to catch us. You know who it was? Pat Suter spotted a lunch delivery at this hummingbird nest in Prince George. And look at them. They're like, please, more food, more food. Yeah, they're getting it from the mama hummingbird here. This is almost as rare as actually seeing a hummingbird. That seems rare. Seeing like some baby hummingbirds. That is just an absolutely wonderful picture here through the trees. Thanks for Pat for sending this one in. If you have a cool shot, please share it with us. Snapshot@ckpg.com is our email. Hey there, got an idea or suggestion for the show? Reach out and connect through our social media or send us an email at letstalk@ckpgtoday.ca.
course, the show today themed around the northern route stops. We're going to be doing this all week long, and part of the reason for museums and heritage sites, of course, recognizing what happened in the past. Now, today in local history, boy, this deserves no further introduction. Roll the tape.
Today in local history, we look back to 2002 at this article. This headline printed, yes, in 2002, and residents in the Miller, Connaught, and VLA areas are complaining, trying to raise an alarm here at the problem that was happening. And basically, as the article states here, a majority of the girls no more than 20, some as young as 13 years old. The police had teams on the lookout for this. Of course, they arrested, as the article claims, 21 Johns in the last 4 weeks before this article was printed. Even the mayor, Colin Kinsley, quoted saying, "It's something we need to stay on top of."
Well, there you go, folks. Well, you know what? We debated including that one, but we'll all just blame Director Alex if you didn't like it. But thanks so much for joining us today. And hey, you know what? It's local history, folks. You never know what you're going to see on the show. Truly, I'm telling you. We'll see you for more great stuff on the show tomorrow, though. And don't forget to enter that Hobby Horse Hoedown before it's too late. Bye for now, folks.